Good morning, children. This is Venkatachalam, your science 2 teacher. Today we are going to discuss in plant kingdom gymnosperm and angiosperm. Gymnosperm. Gymnosperms are seed-bearing plants. Gymno means naked, sperma means seed. So gymnosperm means a naked seeded plants. The ovules are not enclosed by the ovary. It means the ovules are not exposed by the ovary wall. It is an intermediate in between the position Pteridophyte and angiosperm. The gymnosperm are a primitive seed plants. The gymnosperms are characterized by the following features. They include the medium-sized tree or a tall tree and shrubs. In gymnosperm, chain Chicovia is the tallest tree species in the world. The roots are generally tap roots. In some genera have a fungal association in the form of mycorrhiza. Example, Pinus. In plants like Cycas, a small specialized roots are called corylite, are associated with the plant and absorb the atmospheric nitrogen with the help of cyanobacteria. And the stems are unbranched in Cycas, branched in Pinus. The leaves are very simple and compound and well adapted to withstand the extreme temperature and humidity conditions. In Cycas, the leaves are pinnately compound leaves. In coniferous Pinus, the leaves are needle-like structures and reducing a surface area. The thick cuticle and sunken stomata, and it is a character of xerophyte and also help in reducing water losses. The gymnosperms are heterosporous. They producing a haploid microspores and megaspores. And some leaves are modified into a sporophyll. They are compactly arranged and spirally along an axis to form a lax or strobili or cone. The sporophylls are bear sporangium in which spores are produced. The sporophylls are two types, microsporophylls and megasporophylls. The microsporophylls, they are arranged in a spiral manner in a male strobili. It is called microsporangiate. They bear the microsporangium. The microspores are developed into a male gametophytes. It is highly reduced and confined to only a limited number of cells. The gametophyte is called pollen grain. These pollen grains are developed within a sporangium. Then the second one, megasporophyll. It is arranged in a female strobili. It bears a megasporangium. It's called ovules. The megasporangium mainly consists of a body. It's called nucellus. It is protected by envelopes. Each megaspore mother cell is differentiated from a cell of nucellus. The pollen grain released from microsporangium are carried in the air current and meet the opening of the ovules. The pollen tubes carrying the male gametes and grow towards the archegonia in the ovules and discharge the contents near the mouth of archegonia. After the fertilization, the zygote develops into an embryo and the ovules in the seeds. Next one is the classification of gymnosperm. The gymnosperms are classified into 4 different types. They are cycadales, ginkgoales, coniferales, knee-tails. First one, cycadales. A palm like a small plants, erect and unbranched one. The leaves are pinnately compound and form a crown-like structure. They have a well-developed taproot system with the corylite roots. Example, Cycas. Then second one is Ginkgo biloba, ginkgoales. These are a large tree with fan-shaped leaves. The Ginkgo biloba is the only living species in this group. They are producing an unpleasant smell. Third one is coniferales. They are evergreen tree with a cone-like appearance. They have a needle like a leaf or scaly leaf. The seeds are winged one. This is a character of coniferous. It is produced in a female cone. Example, pinus. Then fourth one, knee-tail. The knee-tail are a smallest group in a gymnosperm. They possess an advanced character like a angiosperm. The ovules are naked, but it is developed on a flower-like structures in shoot. Example, neatum. The next topic is economic importance of gymnosperm. The wood of many conifers are used in a paper industry. Example, pinus. The turpentine is an essential oil. It is extracted from the resin of pinus. Is used for a paint preparations. The seeds of pinus are edible one. Then fourth point, ephedrine is an alkaloid. It is extracted from a tree, ephedra. It cures asthma and respiratory problem. The last one, Archarium. It is an ornamental plant in gymnosperm. The next one is angiosperm, the member of fifth group coming under the plant kingdom. The angiosperm are flowering plants comprised of a large number of species of plant kingdom. They are presently the dominant plants on earth. They can be found on extremely in a wide range of habitats, from seawater to freshwater, from tropic to polar regions. The ranges in size from a small, microscopic to a large tree like a wolfia to eucalyptus. The largest angiosperm is a banyan tree called the Great Banyan. Is located in Acharya Jagadish Chandra Bose Botanical Garden near Calcutta. The Great Banyan tree is like a forest than an individual tree. It is more than 250 years old and spread over the area about 1.6 hectares with more than 3,500 prop roots. These prop roots are pillar-like roots which are given a support to a heavy stem and branches. The angiosperms are vascular plants. The main plant body is a diploid and a sporophyte. The habits of plants may be a herb, example solanum, shrub, example hibiscus, and a tree, example mangifera. They have well developed vascular trace called xylem and phloem. The xylems are containing vessels, tracheate, xylem parenchyma and xylem fiber. The phloem contains sieve tube, phloem parenchyma, companion cells and phloem fibers. The angiosperms are reproduced by flower. Mostly in the pollen grain and ovules are developed in the same flower. Such a flower is called bisexual. In some cases, the pollen grain and ovules are developed in a separate flower. Such a flower are called unisexual flowers. Unlike the naked seeds of gymnosperm, here the seeds are enclosed in a fruits. So the word the angiosperm comes from two Greek word. Angio means case, it is a covering. Sperma means seed. So the angiosperm means enclosed seed. Now let us see that flower and structure of flower. In flower, the male reproductive parts are stamen. Each stamen consists of a slender filament with an anther at the tip. Inside the anther, a haploid microspores are produced, which will develop into a male gametophytes called pollen grain. The female reproductive organ in a flower is carpel. The carpel consists of stigma, style and ovary. A long style and basal ovary. Inside the ovary, ovules are formed. The presence of carpel is the one of the most distinguished features of separating the angiosperm from gymnosperm. The carpel or the female reproductive part of flower is called gynoecium. Sometimes there may be one or more carpels. This flower has only one carpel. Inside the ovary, usually many ovules can be seen. After the pollination, the sperm, nucleus and egg fuse together and form a diploid zygote. The fusion of sperm and egg nuclei is called fertilization or syngamy. Like a gymnosperm, the angiosperm is not require water for the fertilization. In gymnosperm, we already discussed there are two sperm, only one is fused with the egg, then another one is degenerate. But here, one sperm is fused with the egg, then another one egg is fused with the secondary nucleus and produces a triploid primary endosperm nucleus. This is called triple fusion because it involved totally 3 nuclei and with the 2 polar nuclei and 1 sperm nuclei. This phenomena is called double fertilization. This is a unique character of angiosperm. The syngamy and the triple fusions are equally responsible for the production of a viable seeds because absence of any one of these may lead to the formation of seeds are not viable. The function of the antipodal cells was supply the nutrition for the embryo sacs and they will degenerate after the fertilization. The period between the pollination and fertilization varies from the plant to plant. Usually, the period varies from 12 to 48 hours. After the fertilization, the zygotes are developed into embryo. The primary endosperm nucleus develop into endosperm. The ovules are developed into seeds. The ovaries are developed into fruits. Angiosperms are divided into two classes based on the number of cotyledon in seeds. The dicotyledon or dicots and monocotyledon and monocots. The dicotyledon character is having 2 cotyledon in their seeds, while monocot have only 1 cotyledons. So what are the difference between monocot and dicot? We see one by one. In the dicot, the seed has 2 cotyledon. Monocot has only 1 cotyledon. Dicot have a taproot system and the leaves are reticulate venations. In monocot, fibrous root system and leaves with the parallel venations. In dicot, flowers are tetramerous or pentamerous. The calyx and corolla are well differentiated. In monocot, then flowers are trimerous and not differentiate into calyx and corolla. In dicot, the pollination is occurred mostly by insects. In monocot, the pollination occurred mostly by wind. Example in dicot, bean and mango. In monocot, example, grass and paddy. Okay children, let's continue the remaining portion in next class. Take care, bye.